What's up? All right. So, guys, today, I know you guys are, probably super excited to get back and everything, but look, I don't wanna ruin, your Monday or anything with telling you guys that today's not gonna be the best, but today's gonna be very, very low probability. All right. Now, before you guys get off and before you guys say, "Oh, I'm done with the markets," no, I'm not saying that we're gonna stay cash just yet, but today's gonna be a little bit different. All right. Let me explain. All right, guys. So first things first. All right. First things first. Yesterday at 3 in the morning, literally 3 in the morning. Don't ask why I was up, but I was up. Right. Trump set the China tariffs from 120% all the way down to 10%. All right. Now I know I was sending out messages at 3 in the morning saying I told you so because I mean it was pretty obvious that it was going to happen. Pretty much. Long story short, this was all pretty much planned out. Trump knew what he was doing. Everyone's saying, "Oh, he's just a dumbass," blah blah blah, doing this. No, it was all planned, and it's pretty much working out. Now that it's working out, he's pretty much set to lower everything, pretty much back down to zero. Pretty much reverting everything back to the way it was. All right. Hence, exactly why the market not only pushed up like this, because over the weekend he was talking about making trade deals with China and all that stuff, and apparently the trade deals ended up going through with China setting the tariffs back down to 10% for us. All right. Pretty much explaining this entire push up. Now, what exactly does this entire push up mean for us? All right. Well, what this entire push up means for us is, first of all, for today, not only do we have a zero news to work with, which makes it pretty much priced in, right? Because the market is not really looking for anything. What this means is with this entire push up, pretty much all the volume that we were expecting today went into these two candles right here. All right. What does that mean? Well, with the market having so much volume here, it's pretty much set that the market is priced in. All right. It's priced into the current news, the current, like what's going on with the economy and everything. All right. And if there's no news going on today and the market's already priced in, that means that the market really doesn't have anywhere that it probably wants to go to. All right. Which could lead to possible chop. All right. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that the market um is going to chop today, but it probably is. All right. Now, let me go ahead and put out that I'm live on YouTube here, guys. So give me literally 1 second here. Give me 1 sec. Now, on top of that, even if you do get a read, which I'm gonna explain right now as I put out this YouTube live. Let me see if I can find the message that I put out. Here it is. Give me 1 sec. There we go. Okay. Let me see. Let me put it out here as well. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Anyways, okay. So now, if you another thing I was gonna add is with the market pushing up so much, you guys know we were working with a pretty good amount of levels of liquidity to the downside, or around the range wherever we were trading at, which was all the way down here. You know what I mean? We had this high up here, we had some highs up here. No, if you look at the market, we are currently practically almost tapped into 21,000 on NQ. All right, so with us shooting up so high, there's a chance that we probably don't have any levels of liquidity to kind of work with. Right now, you guys might notice that I have 20,939 marked out on the chart, and I pretty much have nothing else marked out. All right, and this is pretty much for a reason. Above 20,000 939, I don't have anything until the halfway through 21,000. All right, with the level of liquidity. All right, so what this means, guys, is for the next few days, instead of us getting really, really clean reads in the market like how we were getting all of last week, we pretty much can't really work with anything until we form new levels. Now, for example, right, throughout the overnight session, we formed a new one almost at 21,000. We had it at 991. All right, so what does this mean for us? Well, if the market wants to continue going higher, we kind of won't have much of a reading until we form new levels, new and fresh levels to work with of liquidity, pretty much. All right. So yeah, now working obviously today we want to be working with what we have, which is the one at 20,939. All right, now here is the problem. All right, and the problem is literally happening as we speak. All right. So the whole market pushed up. All right, we took out a pretty nice level of some nice levels of liquidity to the upside around the 939 range, and we are currently selling off. What exactly does this mean? Well, not only does this mean that we're getting a very nice higher time frame DOL sweep on the 1 hour time frame, the 30-minute time frame, the 15-minute time frame. You guys get the point, right? We are pretty much reversing, right? And we're selling off. All right. Now, why exactly are we selling off and where exactly are we going? Well, we are selling off mainly because obviously we took out liquidity, we swept it, and we are forming the MSS. Technically, right, with technical analysis, right. That's what the chart is showing us. All right. Now, the whole reason that we're selling off is pretty much, for the levels of the to the downside to pretty much act as a magnet. All right. Now, here's the problem for today, guys. We took out both liquidity to the upside and to the downside. And I know this doesn't really happen very often, where like in the first 10 minutes of market open, but today it ended up happening. So what exactly does this mean? Well, guys, if the market takes out both liquidity to the upside and to the downside, that means that all of the main objectives for the market for the day already got taken out, and that gives us another reason to believe as to why the market is probably going to chop out. All right, now, like I said, this is just all things that I personally think. It could be different now that Trump is speaking. He's literally speaking as you speak. Um, maybe something comes out that he's saying, or it can lead them, pretty much move the markets. But for now, honestly, I don't know how the markets are gonna move. All right, I'm gonna give the market some time. I'm gonna give it like 20 minutes or so, see what it wants to do. If you get a continuation into lower, or a continuation or a reversal into higher, sure, I'll give you guys some trades. All right, but in the meantime, obviously, if the market is not giving me the best of the best confirmations with the best setups, honestly, there's nothing wrong with coming back tomorrow. And speaking of, tomorrow is CPI. All right. I know it's usually on Wednesdays, but for some reason it's on a Tuesday. So yeah, tomorrow, if you guys think this is really good, which it really is, tomorrow we should have another movement somewhat like this in the morning. All right. It all depends if CPI comes out good, bad, or neutral. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. All right, guys. But hopefully you guys had a good weekend. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Mother's Day. And yeah, we'll see exactly what's going on. Now, let me check up on my. Hold on. Let me see. There we go. Okay. Anyways, all right. Let me see. CPI is a great way to get accounts out of drawdown if you have any. CPI is a good way to blow up your accounts, pretty much. There's no way to predict what CPI is gonna do. It's a pure gamble. So it's either there's no in between. It's either you pass those accounts or you blow them. And more than half of the times you're probably gonna blow them, mainly because CPI does this thing where 8:30, you guys know CPI comes out at 8:30. When 8:30 strikes, the market goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and it pretty much makes it really hard to get a read as to what it wants to do until it actually comes out. And a lot of people throughout that time said the market is going up, down, up, down, up, down. They're full porting, and it takes one little 20 to 30 point move, and you're gone, even before CPI comes out. You know what I'm saying? So, is CPI a good way to get out of drawdown? No. Is it a good way to gamble and either fail or pass your account? Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, you can get the job done in a few minutes. You know what I mean? You can either pass an account and get funded in a few minutes, or blow up an account and have to buy another one in a few minutes. I mean, there's no in between. There's no in between. So it's up to you. It's up to you. If you want to put in the risk, go ahead and do it. But I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from that one. I'm gonna be sleeping. But yeah, regardless, CPI should move the markets. Hopefully, if it comes out good or bad, we should get somewhat of a reading in the market. All right. Now, let me see. David asking for a friend. What's a good way to get out of a small ass drawdown? Honestly, um, okay. So I've done everything to get out of drawdown. I've not only have I had $100 worth of drawdown, and I've pretty much even on stream, I've taken $100 worth of drawdown into a payout. So I know literally anything is possible with even small drawdown. Um, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of luck is required with a small drawdown, because obviously you don't have too much room to really afford to be red. So you kind of have to get a good not only do you have to get the most perfect read, the most perfect entry, but you need the most perfect timing. All right, so in a way it's really really hard. For me, if it's an eval account, I typically just reset the account. Look, if you have the money for it and you don't have the patience, and you have to get good trades, a few good trades, you know what I mean, all that stuff, I might as well just reset the account. You know what I mean? What's 20, $30? You might as well. But if you're on a PA account, obviously have some hope behind the account. Size 1, 2 micros, maybe 3, depending on how much drawdown. take a few light trades, make like $200 profit, and just up your size a little bit more. And as the day goes on, you'll slowly but surely just get that drawdown back. It's a PA. Yeah, just depending on how much it is, just do 1, 2, or 3 micros. Make limit yourself to like $200 profit, and then just size up 1 or 2 more, and just repeat that process. All right. But yeah, or you could be like I don't know who was it in the chat asking about CPI. You could buy a new eval tomorrow and just full port CPI. You know what I mean? You can always do that and have a fresh PA account, hopefully by tomorrow. But that's all you. That's all to you. That's all to you. Anyways, but yeah, anyways, guys. Now another problem that we have behind the markets, which could be a little bit of an issue. I don't know just yet. Obviously the markets are still kind of giving us more of a read while we wait here. Let me see. When you pass your first eval, do you need to keep passing more evals to add accounts to stack? Yeah, well, it depends. It depends. Obviously, if you pass 3 evals, you have three accounts to copy trade. If you only have one that you pass, then you can only trade on one account. You know what I'm saying? You can only copy trade however much you passed. All right. If that's what you're asking. Yeah. Anyways, and by the way, it's up to 20. I know you might be new and all that stuff, but yeah, it's up to 20 accounts on Apex. It's up to 5 accounts on Top Step. All right. Anyways, guys, now on top of that, thanks to all of this as to what happened tonight, which honestly I'm super thankful for, because not only is our long-term working out, but the markets can actually be very, very good, hopefully for these next few days or even weeks. All right. But guys, we have more than a fair value gap here. All right, so we have some space here as to, even though the market might be selling off, there are a million reasons as to why we could bounce from this range right here. I mean, we have 238 reasons. You get what I'm saying? So it can get a little bit messy if we are looking for shorts. Obviously, the market is selling off right here. But if we are going to be looking for shorts, we have one really big fair value gap to start investing as the day goes on. You got what I'm saying? So guys, it's gonna be a little bit weird to trade today. Like I said, but we'll see what we can get. Now, once again, for the almost 500 people in here, and for the 500 people, or for the 100 people on YouTube, guys, today is not one of those days where you guys should expect much from me. I'm gonna try to keep it as educational and as high quality as possible, but there's not much me or probably even anyone today can really work with. You know what I mean? It's just too much going on. The market seems to be priced in already. And we'll see what we do. You know what I mean? We'll see what we do. Let's just give the market some time here. All right, guys. But anyways, in the meantime, guys, do you guys have maybe you guys have any questions as to maybe something that you guys want me to review? In the meantime, you know what I mean? You guys let me know, and we'll pretty much go from there. All right, guys. And then while you guys ask those questions and all that stuff, we can give the market some time to kind of settle into the new price, see what it wants to do. If it wants to chop up, we get off. If it wants to trade, we'll take a trade. Stuff like that. How do you feel about the 30-point bounce from the huge fair value gap? Okay, good question. Now, I have this set rule for myself that when the market has a fair value gap that's about 200 plus points, I typically don't, or a fair value gap that's even this big in general, I never trade it. Why? Because there's nothing wrong with taking a bounce off of this fair value gap. The only issue is with this fair value gap being super, super big like this, you don't know where the exact bounce is going to be. Why? Because we can bounce off here, pull back into lower, bounce again, pull back into lower, bounce again, pull back into lower, bounce again. You get what I'm saying? With this area being super, super big like this, we have a 250-point range to really bounce from. It's really, really complicated to get a read from here. So what do? Well, I like to ignore this fair value gap, or maybe you could use this fair value gap for more of a bias, but I like to use fair value gaps that are a lot smaller and a lot more tradable, manageable to actually get more of a trade from. Like for example, this one right here, it's still fairly, you know what I mean? It has a good size to it, but the problem is behind this one is we can get a trade from it. Why? Because look at this range compared to this range. You know what I'm saying? Like here, we can get more of a controlled bounce or rejection rather than here where we can get a bounce from anywhere inside of this 200-point range. All right, so if you guys want to write this down, my rule in terms of fair value gaps is try to keep it at like 40 to like 120-ish points max. All right, if it's anything more than that, honestly, try to stay away from it. All right, it's not really too good to get an entry from this one. All right. But yeah, that in terms of that's pretty much my answer to that. Yeah, exactly. 40 to 120 points. All right. Now, Let me see. I just want to say thanks, man. I don't know where I would be at with my bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. You gotta give yourself some credit too. You're the one that's putting in the work and all that good stuff, bro. All right. But yeah. Blas, how can I get my name to back to purple? What do you mean back to purple? Oh, you mean the pink one? Oh, I mean I have to take out the roll then. Like that. If we fail an eval, is the best way to reset just buy another one? Yes. Don't do the reset feature because honestly, for some reason, I don't know what Apex's thinking is behind this, but guys, for some reason, resetting an account it's more expensive than you get exactly. But what's it called? Resetting an account is more expensive than buying an account, although it's the same exact process. It's like a $20 difference, right? So instead of resetting the account, guys, just buy a new one. You know what I mean? It's more, it's cheaper that way. You're saving yourself like $20. I mean, so either you could buy an extra account, or you can go buy, I don't know, food or something. Let me see. Someone here in the YouTube chat said, so are we looking for shorts? No, not yet. We are still trying to get more of an understanding as to what the market wants to do. You got to keep in mind, right now, it is really, really hard to get a read, not only because of whatever happened, or not whatever happened, but not only because of what Trump said at 3 in the morning, but you got to keep in mind, right now, with the range that we're currently trading in, the market took out both buy side and sell side liquidity. All right. And you guys know, usually, in order for us to get a bias, how many times have I explained this to you guys? In order for us to get a bias, right, in the market, even if you guys watch the YouTube video, I explained that we need to take out a level of liquidity in either direction. It can't be in both directions. It can only be in one direction. So if we take out buy side liquidity, right, we would typically look for a DOL sweep plus an MSS model into the sell side and vice versa. In this case, we took out both buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity, meaning that we don't know where the market wants to go to because it took out its objectives for the day. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So in this case, we took out the buy side liquidity over on the 1 hour time frame over at 939 all the way back here. So we took out this level of liquidity. Do we have anything else above? Not really. All right. Now, with us taking this level out, yeah, we got a DOLC plus MSS model. That's what tends to happen when the market takes out these levels of liquidity, right? It's what our strategy is based from. All right. Which is fine. You know what I mean? We can get a read into the downside. All right. But coming into market open, not only do we have no setups to work with, right? But the market ended up selling off about 100 and something, you know what I mean? Like 130 points or something? Yeah, no, almost 200 points into the downside to take out the downside liquidity, right? So if we take out both buy side and sell side, we don't have too much to really work with here. All right, so I'm giving the market some time. Maybe it wants to start trending and stuff like that, and we can work from there. But if not, obviously we'll stay cash for today and come back tomorrow once the markets are looking a little bit better. All right, but just so you guys understand what's going on as to what we're waiting for and all that stuff, hopefully that answers your question. All right. Now, someone here said, I just got my eval account. Should I trade in a mini with 2 contracts or 1? For an eval, obviously, if you're trading minis, I'm sure you understand the risk as to the sizing. But if you want to get those accounts one and done fairly quick, I would do 2 minis. All right, that's what I did for the top step accounts. We ended up passing it, and we even ended up getting a payout with it. All right, but it is a lot riskier, so I would be careful. All right. Anyways, it might sound stupid, but what's the best way to explain the difference between micros and minis other than the percent of the actual share? Well, that's exactly what it is. It's pretty much just a percent of it, right? So, for example, 1 mini equals $20 per point on NQ, right? So for every 1 point that NQ goes up, right? For example, from 821 to 822, you just made $20 per contract. Right now, if you're on 1 micro, right, instead of making $20 per contract, you're making $2 per contract, right? And honestly, it's really that simple. That's literally the difference between a micro or mini. All right. Read my last message out loud. I'll check it out now. Right now, I was just catching up with the YouTube chat. But yeah. Anyways, let me see. Let me check out the message. Let me catch up with the complete top to make sure I didn't miss out on any messages that you guys might have asked. Okay, so if a fair value gap is big enough, can we consider it a draw on liquidity? Well, not a level of liquidity as to in terms of a reversal, but you can expect it for more of a bounce range. I don't know how to explain it too much. It's like the same thing as the DOL, but it's not. You get what I'm saying? So the market can still continue in this direction because it still has room to go higher or lower. All right. Let me see. You David, I already got lifetime. What have to be? No, just DM me, bro. DM me. I discounted. Okay. Yeah, but yo, if you buy a new account instead of resetting, you have the old eval still sitting. Oh yeah, always, always. Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm sure people know. I would hope so. I would hope so. You know what I mean? I would hope people know that. But yeah, if you guys are buying a new eval, if you guys are going to reset it, obviously cancel the old one as it's practically useless. All right, it's already gone. You know what I mean? But yeah, if I don't use a funded account, how much money do I need for one micro contract? Okay, so if you're trading a live account, it depends on the broker. Each broker requires a different amount of money to actually buy one contract. But from what I've heard, on Tradeovate, I'm pretty sure you need a minimum of $500 on your account to trade up to 5 micros. All right, one micro is equivalent to $100 if I'm not mistaken. So if you have $500 on your account, you could do up to five. And you know what I mean, you go on now. I personally suggest you, if you're gonna do a live account, start with at least $1,000. So you can actually make some good money behind it. But it's all up to you and how much you want to be risking behind your account. All right, Steph, good Steph. Honestly, if you made almost $400 on the PA with this price action, honestly, you're better off getting off and enjoying the day and coming back tomorrow whenever the market kind of just becomes a little bit better. All right, so far today, although it is moving fairly good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You know what I mean? We're getting pretty respected levels. It's just we don't have so much of a reading. It's actually pretty hard to get a read here. All right, so we're waiting on it. We're waiting on it. What's the max minis you can use on a 50K account? I'm pretty sure up to 10 minis. Yo, isn't today's sell side at 20,560, the London low from last night? No, that's not really a bounce. This is a data low, but we have two lows, all right, for sell side. All right, we have one at 778, which is obviously when the market pushed up, sold off a few hundred points, and then pushed up again. Really, really nice level of liquidity here. Now, if we can't hold above this level and sweep it, we have nothing stopping us until technically this Asia low at this gap over here at 376. Now, let's be realistic here. Do you guys really think after such a bullish news, we're gonna sell off 400 points to the downside? Probably not. And if we do, it's probably not gonna be today. All right. Well, I would hope it's not today. That would be very surprising that we push all the way down with 0% or 10% tariff news. We kind of just reverse all that back down. You get what I'm saying? It's just not realistic. All right. So that's what I was telling you guys this morning. I personally think that the market is priced in. Not only do we have no news today, but with whatever happened last night, it's kind of already priced in. You know what I mean? Like the market is where it's supposed to be at. Hence why the market gapped up. All right. So me personally, I believe we're gonna chop out, but I really hope the market proves me wrong and gives us some setups to work with. All right. In terms of volume, honestly, it's looking pretty good. It's moving really nice. It's not questionable. You know what I mean? It is good. All we need is a good read in the market with a good setup, and we should be good to go. All right. Now, let me see. Someone on YouTube said, I'm about to pass my funded accounts. Is the next step a PA? But now this is real money. Okay. So since you're trading a prop firm, obviously, just because you pass an eval account does not mean that Apex is going to give you Apex or any firm is going to give you real, $50,000 in real life. It's still going to be under simulation and it's still going to be under paper money, but it's technically real money because whatever you make, you can get a payout from it and they send it straight to your bank account. All right, but just so they don't lose $50,000 for everyone that passes an eval account, it's going to be under paper trading, but under a different name. It'll be under PA Apex and then your account ID. Let me catch up with the chat here. You can't copy share on TradingView. Go. No one, for the people wondering, hey, how do I copy share on TradingView or stuff like that? You can't. Copy trading is only a feature offered by the broker. All right. So hopefully in the future, TradingView, kind of finds a way to code it into the website. But for now, it's only through the broker. So Tradeovate, TopSip X, what's the other one? Rhythmic, stuff like that. All right, guys. I back to you. I back to your strat and mix it with some of my own confirmations in 40 trades for about 3 months. I had about a 73% win rate with a 1 to 2 risk reward ending at $6,300 profit. Bro, that's amazing. Bro, if you want to share with us, go ahead. I mean, remember, everyone here is a student to the game, including me. You know what I mean? If there's something that you might have found that I don't know about just yet, but there's nothing wrong with telling us. I mean, unless you want to gatekeep it, and you know what I mean? Up to you, up to you. But yeah. Um. Anyways, let me catch up with the chat here. Let me see what's going on. Blast, what's your plan with this fair value gap? Are you gonna take the inverse into 900, bro? No, I am not. I'm not taking anything from this fair value gap. Whether we inverse it, whether we bounce from it, I pretty much explained to you guys. I have this rule where if a fair value gap is way too big, I don't use it. All right, no matter what. It's just way too much going on. You know what I mean? There's way too much going on in this gap, and it's just not worth it. When price takes out buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity, how do you determine staying cash or not? Well, look, I'm gonna say it as simple as I can. Okay, when the market opens, you have, think of it as like a mission. All right, your mission is to be able to identify what the trend is and where the liquidity is. All right, once you identify where the liquidity is in the market, you're gonna wait for that trend to take out either side, right? And when it takes out either side, your job is to identify if the market is able to reverse from it or continue lower. All right. If the market is able to reverse from it, you know that your bias would be against the current trend into the level of liquidity above or below. All right. Now, in days where we have stuff like this, where we take out both buy side and sell side liquidity, look, I'm gonna be as I'm gonna like keep it as simple as possible. You simply just get off the charts. All right. Why? Because your chances at your day being very, very high probability is very low. Why? Because what the market was already set to do, it already did it. All right. So what this means is you have to close your charts, come back tomorrow, and wait for new levels to form. All right. So let's say, for example, the trading day closed. All right. So let's say, for example, this morning we had a level of liquidity to work with at 939 and 778. All right. Now that we took out these two levels of liquidity, what you're gonna do when the market opens up tomorrow is you're gonna delete these levels and you're gonna mark out the new levels of liquidity to work with. All right, which will be at 20,991 and 20,746, for example. All right, and then same thing tomorrow. You wait for a DOL sweep off of either or. You wait for the reaction, and then you take it into the next level of liquidity above or below. That's what we look for every single day. And the reason I'm telling you guys today might be very, very low probability is mainly because we took out every level of liquidity, both to the upside and to the downside. All right, so there's really not much to work with, hence why the market has been chopping up for the last 30 minutes. You know what I mean? We've been stuck in the same range for 30 minutes straight. Do you get what I'm saying? So, technically speaking, you guys should realistically look to get off very, very soon. The whole reason why I'm on is mainly because maybe the market does something, but technically it's probably not going to. Why? Because the whole objective for the market, it's already done. You know what I mean? It hit the objective for today. So tomorrow we have to come back with new levels and new reactions. All right, guys. But anyways, let me see here. Let me catch up with the current chat right now. Trump is speaking right now. I'm pretty sure the Trump is only speaking on drugs right now, like pharmaceutical. Because obviously there's a lot to talk on. So yeah, although Trump is speaking right now, the markets are probably not gonna move, because the markets don't really revolve around drugs. Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe like the stock Pfizer and stuff like that. They're going to move because obviously they're a drug related company, but Nasdaq is not built up from drug stocks and all that stuff. So yeah, him speaking right now is not really gonna do much in the markets. He's not gonna be speaking on China. He was speaking about it last night. All right. Do you like RP's break and reset strategy? Honestly, everything works if it has. I mean, if you have your confirmations to it. I've never really looked into it, so I don't really have a saying for it. But I mean, if he says that it's profitable and all that stuff, you guys can rely off that data. But yeah, I mean, I have to look into myself. I would say so. I mean, I used to trade the breakout strategy, so a retest it should work. You know what I mean? We didn't actually take out the London lows though, did we? No, we haven't, and we're probably not going to today. All right, we're probably not going to. Okay, let me see. Someone here in the chat said it seems like your strategy is pretty simple. You look for liquidity to be taken out. I promise you guys. I told you guys so many times that that's literally what my strategy consists of. It's DOL sweep, MSS model, IFEG into the DOL. That's simple. It's a 4-step model. You don't look at the 1 hour or for no. I only use the 1 hour time frame to find my levels of liquidity. All right. Okay, let me see here in the chat. You said in the mentorship we should not trade, so I don't trade. Bro, nah, bro, Jasper, you're better off getting life, bro. You're better off getting life. I promise you, bro, we're probably not gonna get anything. All right. David strategy worked on yep. Guys, I've told you a lot of times. You guys have to understand my level my strategy is based off liquidity. All right. What moves the markets? Liquidity. All right. So my strategy works on practically anything and everything. All right. If you want to go trade Tesla, you could trade the model. If you want to trade NQ, obviously you could trade the model. If you want to trade gold, you could trade the model. If you want to trade orange juice, you could probably trade the model. And for those confused as to why I said orange juice, yes, you can literally trade orange juice. Why? I don't know, but it's a thing. It's literally a whole thing. Like, yeah, you can actually trade orange juice. All right. It's you guys can see it right here. Hamifa and it's a 22,000 point yeah. Anyways. Okay. But yeah, my strategy pretty much works on anything because it's based off liquidity and liquidity is us buying and selling. All right? So yeah. Now, let me go ahead and see here. You could trade milk, bro. You could trade any. I'm pretty sure you could trade eggs if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can literally trade eggs. Now I don't know how it works. I think it's based off the price of the eggs itself. I don't know. I'm not one to ask. I don't know anything about that. I'm happy off, bro. Yeah, bro. You're good. Look, if you guys are getting off, once again, guys, go enjoy your day. And all that good stuff. Like I said, today is not gonna be too high of a chance that we get a setup or a trade or anything, because like I said, guys, we are pretty much priced in already. The markets are priced in with the news that we got. Nothing is probably gonna happen until CPI comes out tomorrow at 8:30. All right, guys. So if you guys, if you guys don't even like the markets for yourself, go ahead and get off and enjoy your day, or go back to bed. You know what I mean? It is pretty early, to be fair. Yo, Blast, can one day can we try trading gold futures? Up to you guys. Would you okay? Let me know in the chat. Would you guys here? I'll do a poll. Real quick. Give me a second. Okay, let me see. Before I do that, when you try to enter a trade after a retracement into the prime fair value gap, do we just wait for a close after the retracement? No. In fact, you wait for a 30-point close. All right, or a 30-point push up. Now I have a whole explanation for that. Let me send it over to you. Here you go. Well, check out this video. I explained it all here about the 30 points, the bounce, where you should enter, and stuff like that. All right. But yeah, let me see. Okay, guys, I'm gonna do a poll real quick. Let me see. Create poll. Should we try? Okay, guys, I put out a poll here in the chat because you guys know we're pretty much. It's like we're married to NQ. You know what I mean? All we do is NQ. You get what I'm saying? So it would be nice to have a switch. Now, do I want to switch? No, I love trading NQ. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about ES. I don't care about gold. I don't care about any of these. All I care about is NQ. But would you guys want me? Because I know there's a lot of gold traders in here, and you guys like trading. Gold is one of the top things to trade on in futures. All right. So would you guys want us to try gold one of these days? Let's see. It's like a 50-50. But me personally, honestly, if I were to vote, I would say I would stick to NQ. Once again, if the strategy is not broken, why try fixing it? You know what I mean? But I don't know. Me personally, I'm probably not gonna trade it. I really don't care what gold does, and it's not something that I'm really too used to doing. But I don't know. I'll check it out one of these days. Maybe it's moving good for us to try to get a read from it. But I don't know. Sometimes I don't really feel comfortable changing it, especially in front of so many people, because it's a really big responsibility. So I'll probably stick to NQ for now. But yeah. Anyways, No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's going to be a little bit of a change for me, and I'm not really trying to do that. Let me see. Hi, bro. I missed the beginning of the live. Is it possible to repeat why you're not looking to trade today? Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Long story short, it's yeah, exactly. Like Nico said, it's too choppy. And we know this because the markets are priced in. You know, last night we had 3 a.m. news with tariffs back to 10%, pushed up the markets. We don't have any news today for the market to really move from. So the markets are pretty much priced in, and especially after such a big move like this, where else would the market want to go to? You know what I mean? It has no reason to go up. It has no reason to go down. So we're pretty much just going to be flat here. And on top of that, we took out both buy side and sell side liquidity. So it makes it even harder on our end to get more of a read in the markets. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, so far today, we're probably going to chop out until CPI comes out tomorrow. All right. Yeah, Frank, like I said, my strategy works with anything. It could be Tesla, Nvidia, gold, NQ, ES, Dow Jones, anything. Anything that you guys could possibly think of, it works. All right. Yeah, bro, EJ, bro. Peace out, bro. Enjoy your day, bro. Enjoy your day. Blast, will my payout get denied if I full ported on my PA instead of my eval? I made $261 on that stupid move of mine. Bro, you're good, bro. If anything, you're more than good. Now, you could be placed on the red flag list because of the inconsistency rule, right? And what that means is, okay, Apex has this rule where they want you to trade a consistent amount of contracts per trade, right? So if you stick to trading 10 micros, they would want you to only trade around that 10 micro range, right? So let's say, for example, you trade typically 5 micros, and out of nowhere, they see you trading 20 micros in 1 or 2 trades, right? They're going to be like, hey, he's probably full porting to get that payout, all right? And that might spark up some red flags. Now, if you do end up getting denied because of it, do not worry. All right, there's a super easy way to fix it. It's called flipping. All right, account flipping or contract flipping. Right, pretty much what this means is if you got denied for the contract inconsistency rule, right? All you're gonna do is you're gonna trade for 8 days again. All right, and for those 8 days, you do not need to catch any good trades. All you need to do is make $50 for 5 days and $100 for 3 of those days. All right, then you request a payout again, and not only did you make extra profit, but you're also gonna get your payout accepted. All right, it's something that they allow. All right, so if you do end up getting denied for whatever reason, honestly, do not worry about it. I'm sure you'll be fine. Plus, would you recommend if I finish streamifying my 25K account, buy another one and try 50K? Yeah, 50K is a lot better, more drawdown. It's the same thing, but just more drawdown. So think of the 25 as more of like a starter account, you know, for beginners and all that stuff. Once you get more familiar with how it works, and all that stuff, you just go from there. All right, you start expanding to the 50Ks. All right, KP's gonna be using. I get my payout hit, bro. That's what I love to hear, bro. KP, much respect to you, bro. Thank you for the help once again. If you're in here, bro, thanks for the help. Like it means the world to me, but you don't understand. Um, which account do you recommend is the best? 50Ks. I personally love the 50K accounts. All right. And speaking of, they're currently 80% off. So if you guys do want to stack up with them, you guys already know the deal. It is called Blastoise for 80% off any funded account on Apex. I feel like I had to plug a little bit there. Okay, you say that again. At least $50. Okay, yeah. So look, if you guys get denied for a payout on Apex for contract sizing, right? They say that you're very inconsistent with your contract sizing. All you're gonna do is you're gonna trade again for 8 days. All right. For 5 of those days, you're aiming for $50 minimum. No more, no less. Just do $50. You don't have to overdo it. All right. Then for 3 of those days, you need to make $100. All right. No more, no less. All right. Then you request a payout again. Not only did you make extra profits, but you can request everything that you made. All right. But yeah. Wait, Top Step is 25% off? No way. Oh shit. Dash 25. Wait. No, I think that's for invited people only, right? Is Apex better than Top Step? Honestly, it's preference. I personally look now that I've traded both firms and I've gotten a payout on both firms. They're both just as good. It depends on what you want to do. If you want to start, okay, look, if you guys want to aim for very small but weekly payouts, I would do Top Step. If you guys want to aim for really, really big payouts like 40K, 20K, 10K, do Apex. Why? Because Apex, um, they allow copy trading. The main reason I really like Apex is mainly because of the copy trading. You could do up to 20 accounts. You know what I mean? So imagine 2 or 3K payout per account times 20, right? That really adds up. Now on Top Step, they have limits. I mean, they have limits as to how much you can request, and all that stuff. All right, so it depends. If you guys wanna make small payouts but consistent payouts, do Top Step. If you guys wanna do like 1 to 2 payouts a month but very big payouts, do Apex. All right, guys. But now that I have officially used both and gotten a payout on both firms, I personally prefer Apex. I feel a lot more comfortable with Apex. I don't know. It's just more money. You get what I'm saying? It's more money, but I am in no way, shape, or form am I saying that Top Step is bad. If anything, Top Step is right next to Apex. It's actually a really good firm. I like it. I like it. All right. Maybe ask, can you explain the difference in training rules between Apex and Top Step? Honestly, there's a lot to count. I'm pretty sure Top Step only has one rule where you actually I don't think Top Step has any rules. All you have to do is make $200 per day. That's pretty much it. Top Step. Not Top Step. Blast. Did your Top Step payout hit? No, but I requested it. Let me show you guys. I requested it last night. I was gonna request it on Friday, but I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit busy, so I kind of just turned off my computer. But let me show you guys exactly that it went through. Here it is, guys. Wait, let me screenshot my entire screen. Change stream screens. Okay, yeah, here it is. So I ended up requesting a quick $1,000. This is pretty much just to pay out for the trip that I'm doing on Friday. Oh, and by the way, guys, I'm gonna be requesting a 20K payout on Apex very, very soon. So, be on the lookout for that. All right, guys. So we'll see if they accept it and all that good stuff. But yeah, pretty much this month, not only have we gotten a payout on Top Step, but we got a payout, or we're about to get a payout on Apex. All right, guys, a 20K payout is what I'm requesting. All right, but yeah, we are doing pretty good. All right, guys. Blast, do you still need the buffer? No. Actually, okay. So one thing that a lot of you guys might not know, is guys on Apex, after you guys make $2,600 on any PA account, or it varies, but for the 50K account, it's $2,600. All right. After you surpass that number, what tends to happen is your drawdown will actually freeze at $50,100. Meaning, if you guys make $10,000 in the next trade, right, you guys will have $10,000 worth of trading drawdown. All right. Once again, on the 50K account, it varies for any account, but from what I know from the 50K, if you go above $52,600 in profits on the account, that pretty much means that the drawdown will freeze at $50,100. So as long as going forward, it could be in 3, 4, 5, 10, 50 years from now, as long as the account never goes below $50,100, it will remain alive. All right, guys. So yeah, you know what I mean. Anyways, David, do you typically make a payout every month? How often do you request a payout? Okay, so for me with Apex, I tend to request a payout every month or so, about $20,000. You know what I mean? It's pretty good. You know what I mean? I'm sure no one in here can complain with that. But like I said, it depends. Look, everyone here has a different trading style. Some people in here want to make it all at once, which is for Apex, and some people want to make it consistently, but very little at once. That's for Top Step. All right. For me, you know what I mean? I have some stuff to pay for, so these $1,000 payouts on Top Step, they're not really gonna pay for too much. So me personally, I prefer Apex. You know what I mean? I just like making the payout all at once. Very big payouts, copy trading 10, 20 accounts. You get what I'm saying? It gets the job done. All right, but there's some of you guys in here. You guys might be a little bit younger to the point where you don't really need the money like that. And if you're in that situation, I would say use Top Step. I mean, you can make $1,000 every 5 days. You know what I mean? Or maybe more. You know what I mean, it could be $2,000 or up to 5K. You know what I mean? It depends. But it depends. Everyone has their own likings. I mean, for me, I like to go all or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I like to either get a very big payout or no payout at all. All right. But yeah, are you gonna try to get a live account with Top Step? Yeah, but that's something that happens on its own. You know what I mean? That's something that they have to look at your accounts. It's a whole process. All right. It's not something that we could just do like in one day. It takes time. It takes time. All right. David, how do you manage your accounts after requesting a payout? Do you just not trade at all until it gets approved? Exactly. All right. So for example, with Top Step, I really can't trade on this account until the payout gets approved. And same thing goes with Apex. You could, but guys, look, don't be stupid. All right, guys. You guys will be surprised how many times I've seen people request a payout. They keep trading on the accounts, they lose money, and they get their payout denied because of it. All right, so guys, look, with all respect, I'm gonna say, you know what I mean? Just don't be stupid. All right. Obviously, if you're requesting a payout, do not touch those accounts until the money is officially in your bank account. All right. No ifs, no buts. You do not trade it. All right. Until that payout gets approved. All right. I'm sure you guys can last two or 3 days without trading. All right. It's not the end of the world. Plus, you already made money. All right. And by the way, bro, Rigster, bro, huge congrats on the payout, bro. Huge congrats, bro. I love to see that, man. Now, bro, we gotta aim for more. You know what I mean? We have to aim for more $2,000 payouts over and over and over. All right, bro. It's just the start. Someone said on YouTube, "Are you gonna trade today?" Honestly, bro, probably not. Probably not. It's really choppy, and like I said, we're priced in. We took out buy side and sell side liquidity. Tomorrow's gonna be better. Tomorrow's gonna be better. Right now, I'm kind of just hoping for something, but I really doubt anything comes up. All right, but yeah. Anyways, let me see here. What's the difference between CFDs and futures? Well, I'm not gonna lie. It's not even a noob question because I myself don't know. I don't know myself. But yeah, isn't Top Step 5K per account? Yeah, max for the first 30 days of green. I'm pretty sure something like that. CPI tomorrow. Yes, we have CPI tomorrow, so that could be another reason as to why the market will be choppy today. So like I said, guys, I'm probably gonna stay cash throughout this. All right, and you guys should as well. I don't really suggest you guys trade this chop. I've given you guys a million and one reasons as to why you should stay cash. So it's up to you guys. All right, guys. But yeah. Um, Let me see. What's the difference between a static account and the regular ones? Okay, I'm gonna tell you one thing. A static account is a gambling account. Do not buy static accounts. They are really bad. Really, really bad. Well, they're bad in their own ways, is what I'm trying to say. Guys, with a brand new account, if you buy a static account, you can only afford to lose $600. Guys, that's not even enough for half of a losing trade. You get what I'm saying? That's way too little of drawdown. It's not tradable. It's really not. So do not go for the static accounts. Just go for the full accounts. They're way better. Yeah. Exactly. It's not enough to work with. Bro, you see a little bit of drawdown and the account is gone. You know what I mean? Bro, peace out, bro. Peace out, peace out. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow we will be trading. Today is kind of like a little bit iffy, but hopefully you understood. Exactly. You can't afford to be wrong. So look, if you're gonna be trading CPI or something, then yeah, you're better off doing statics. But I don't really suggest it. Static or rhythmic? No. Static or full. Rhythmic is with Tradevate. So it's Tradevate or rhythmic, and it's static or full account. Yeah, it's a platform. It's a platform. Yeah, I don't know about wealth chart. I'm pretty sure the only reason people use wealth chart is because they give away free accounts. I know I'm not wrong. For the people in here that use wealth charts, I know for a fact that the only reason you guys use it is because they gave away free accounts behind it. Yeah, yeah. No, it needs some work. It needs some work on. You know what I mean? It needs to get worked on a little bit. Um, but yeah. Anyways, guys, would you guys? The thing is I know we're not gonna get a trade. What time would you guys want to get off? You know what I mean? Obviously, look at the markets, guys. It's pretty well known that we're not gonna get anything anytime soon. All right. Don't trade today. 100%. 100%. At least behind my strat, I don't really suggest it. Um, guys, the whole reason I haven't gotten off is I know the market's gonna be super choppy and it's gonna stay like this, but I want to use it today to kind of teach you guys a little bit more. You know what I mean, maybe you guys have questions. You know, now that I have time to fully focus on the chat, you guys can always let me know if you guys have a question on the strategy or in prop firms or just in general. just let me know. All right. Let me see. Hey, Bless, I wanted to request a payout today, but I took a 1K loss. I'm up $14,000 with my payout get the night. First of all, congrats on the payout. Holy jeez. You know what I mean? That's $14,000. But no, you will not get denied. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. So yeah, request that payout and congrats. Congrats. 14K is a lot of money. I'm sure for all of us. You know what I mean? But yeah, congrats. Yeah, request that payout and it should get approved by today. All right. Actually, if you request it right now, you should get it approved in a few hours. And it should be in your bank account by tomorrow. Hey Blas, so if I get a payout on 20 accounts, can I start trading on another 20 accounts? No, they limit you to trading to up to 20 accounts. If I did an Apex payout on Thursday at night, when should I expect it by? You should have it by max like Wednesday, this Wednesday. Yeah, like by Wednesday, around there. Can you explain or go into detail? Okay, that's gonna take some time. Here for that, I'll just give you this. This will help you a lot more with examples and full teachings. One sec, one sec. But good question, good question. But here, let me send it over to you. Here you go. Okay. Let me see, let me see, let me see. Yo, Blas, do you have anything about the order block? No, opening range breakout strat. Honestly, I am not one to ask about that. I don't really trade it at all. Now I know there's a lot of people in here that trade opening range breakouts, so you can always ask them. Remember, you know what I mean? Like people actually in here make money too. You know what I mean? But yeah, for me personally, obviously, I'm not gonna teach you or try to teach you something that I myself don't know. You know what I mean? That's not very, very. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I would want to make sure I know. What I'm trying to say is, I want to make sure that I know what I'm talking about before I tell you what to do behind it. You know what I mean? How can I get my first payout on a 25K funded account? Simply just hit. I'm pretty sure with 25Ks, it's $26,600 in profit. You can request your money there. All right, so you just need a few days of profit, and you should be good to go. Are Top Step accounts cheaper than Apex? No, it's the other way around. Apex is cheaper than Top Step. Do you have a Tradeovate setup video? I do. Yes. Let me send it over to you right here. Um, what are you guys' thoughts on Bookmap, bro? Honestly, it is super interesting. I've been wanting to learn it. I haven't had time to learn it, but honestly, I know I've said that if I were to add anything to my strategy, I probably wouldn't do it because I don't really need it. But Bookmap is okay. Think of drawn liquidity, right? The way we find levels of liquidity. What Bookmap does is it gives you a literal reading inside of the candle. It will tell you how many orders are inside of the candle. You know what I mean? So it's really, really interesting. And honestly, I want to learn it. It will take time for me, you know what I mean, a few months, if not like a year or so, to really be good at it. But I am interested. That is something that I do want to add to the strategy in its own times, in its own time. Um, but yeah, yeah, it's worth learning. Yeah, for sure. It looks really, really interesting. Because I'm pretty sure it's level 2 data just displayed differently. You know what I mean? So it's level 2 data, meaning that the market is literally giving you that data. And what Bookmap does is it just displays it to you in a certain way. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Super, super interesting. David, anything you could suggest that helps chasing losses? Well, now there's actual physical ways to stop doing it. It's called the lockout feature. Both Tradeovate and TopStep offer it. And it's pretty much self-explanatory. All right, so the way you set it up is on Tradeovate or TopStep, click settings, and there will be a setting called lockout. lockout. Which means if you are red on the day and X amount, or if you're red for one trade, it will literally lock your account. Meaning whether the market is super good right now, we could be dumping 1,000 points. Even if you wanted to trade it, there's no way you're gonna trade it until tomorrow. All right. So yeah, if you have issues with that, honestly, just turn on that lockout feature and just start getting used to it. All right. And yeah, another thing that's pretty easy is just simply just turn off the computer. You know what I mean? If you feel like you're over trading, obviously it's gonna be hard to turn off the computer, but it's literally one button. Click that one button, go enjoy your day. Take a deep breath, review your mistakes, you know, what you did wrong and everything, and come back tomorrow. You know what I mean? Look, trading, how do I say this? You need to lose in trading. You know what I mean? It's how you learn. The winning every single day and having to just look for wins every single day. That's not what trading is. All right. You have to learn from your mistakes. It's how it works. All right. I'm scared to physically luck out in case I miss a second green trade, and that's where you're going wrong. All right. You're getting FOMO. You're over trading when you shouldn't be, and you're putting yourself in a bigger hole where that you shouldn't be putting yourself in. All right. So forget about it. Forget about it. If anything, just paper trade. You know what I mean? Just use that lockout feature. Just trust me. Because look, with that exact mindset, I'm scared to physically lock out in case I miss a second trade. Is the same reason why you might be struggling with that payout or maybe blowing accounts and all that stuff. All right. So yeah, just try out the lockout feature. I know it sucks, but it's how you build discipline at the end of the day. I mean, it's supposed to be hard, you know. Let me see. Bro, all I've been doing is learning from mistakes lately, and that's a good thing. I hope you're not saying that as a bad thing because obviously, you know what I mean, it's what shapes us to be not only better people but better traders. You know what I mean? We learn from our mistakes. It's how life goes. You know what I mean? No one is really perfect, and no one will ever be perfect. And that goes with the markets. You know what I mean? I mean, you could be in the markets every single day making mistakes for 10 years straight, learning from them, and you're probably still going to be making mistakes. It's how humans work. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyways, the markets right now are currently selling off. Look, I would be surprised if we fill this periodic up today. I would really be surprised. I mean, I'm surprised that we're even selling off with really bullish news. I'm not sure why, but so far, I mean, regardless, there's not really much for me to really take here. So I'm probably gonna be calling it very soon. Yeah, profit island. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm probably just gonna wait for CPI tomorrow. I'm better off doing that. But yeah, um, let me see. Um, Panel, we are selling off a lot here. I'm pretty sure Trump is still speaking about something. Um but I'm not too sure. Like I said, I'm not really too interested in the markets today. It's just more for quality purposes. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna give you guys a trade in something that I don't even feel comfortable in myself. All right. So yeah, that's exactly why I'm just kind of just chatting with you guys for today. You know what I mean? Just warming up for the week, getting prepared. And then tomorrow, whenever CPI comes out, we should be good to go. All right, guys. So tomorrow, yeah, we're probably gonna get some trades going. All right. So be ready for that. Be ready for that. All right. But yeah, anyways, if you guys have any more questions, let me know. But if not, we can look. If you guys are good to go, you guys can always go enjoy your day. Maybe go to the gym, go eat something, whatever, and come back refreshed for tomorrow. All right, guys. It's up to you guys. But for me, I'm personally just going to I'm gonna stay on for a little bit longer. I really don't have too much to do. I mean, speaking of, by the way, personally, I want to leave respect. Well, I mean, would I really be a mentor if I didn't really tell you guys when to get off? You know what I mean? Like obviously right here, I wouldn't want you guys forcing out trades in a market with not much of a read, not many setups, stuff like that. I mean, come on now. I mean, you're better off getting off than staying on. And by the way, guys, by the way, for my new people in here, because I know there's a lot of people in here that might be new to the premium. And maybe you guys are scared to ask questions, or maybe you guys don't have any questions as to, or don't know what questions to ask, guys. Over the weekend I worked on a little bit more channels for the education. So if you guys are looking to learn a little bit more, guys, once again, go over to Blasters' full strategy down here. um Look, if you guys don't see that channel, go to browse channels over here, scroll all the way down to the premium. You're gonna see education, and you're gonna see this one right here. Make sure these two channels right here are checked out. I'll be posting more on them today. All right, but pretty much what this does is it'll give you access to this channel right here, which it has my full complete strategy, guys. Look at this. Everything that you guys need is all here. And yesterday I worked on a few more channels. as to what you guys need to learn for the strategy, as in drawn liquidity, how to find it, what it is, how it works, MSS, same concept, finding your bias, everything, guys. All right. So if you guys haven't checked it out, guys, I am putting so much time and effort into these channels. So the beginners in here, you guys can get a feel as to what we look for, and so you guys can get more familiar and more comfortable with how we trade. All right, guys, I want everyone in here to obviously learn how to trade the strategy and make money. All right, and guys, a good part as to why I did the challenge from the 0 to payout challenge that we did last week is so I can prove to you guys that if you guys wait for your perfect setups, if you guys obviously use the strategy correctly and everything, you guys can really make money. I literally proved to you guys from eval, from start to finish, 0 losses, that you can really take a fresh account into a payout in a good amount of time if you guys obviously wait for your setups, don't force trades, use the strategy correctly, and all that stuff. All right. So no one in here has no excuse as to, oh, I don't understand the strategy, or oh, I'm not passing my evals, or I'm not getting a payout because of my sizing. Guys, not only did I do it live in front of you guys, not only did I prove to you guys that this works, but I'm literally explaining everything right in front of your face. So you guys have zero excuse as to not learning or not making money with me. All right, guys. I even if I wanted to be transparent, even more transparent with you guys, I pretty much physically can't. You know what I mean? I really can't. I mean, I've shown everything that I possibly could live. I even bought a new account for you guys to pass it with you guys and even get a payout with you guys. There's not much more I could do. All right. So guys, please, if you guys are in here, take advantage of what I'm putting out. Obviously, I'm not gonna be here forever. You know what I mean? If I'm making enough money, I'm probably gonna get off trading, you know what I mean? Um but yeah, take advantage of it, guys. Like in all honesty, I really want you guys to succeed with me. Obviously you guys support me and I'm gonna support you guys. So please take advantage of it. All right, guys, take advantage of it. But yeah, later today I'm gonna be working on some more channels, so expect that. All right, guys. David, have you looked into Take Profit Trader? Yes, I have, and I'm not going to do it because those accounts are really fucking expensive. Like really expensive. Yeah. I mean, we're talking $500 per account. Dude, that's a lot, bro. I'm good off that. I'm good off that. You know what I mean? I'm good off that. Yeah. Look, guys, if you're gonna spend $500 on one account for a prop firm, look, you're better off going into a live account. You're better off getting that $500, opening a brand new account, and putting that $500 in there. You know what I mean? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Apparently it's discounted right now. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. Cause look, you guys will never catch me spending $500 on an eval account or a PA or whatever it is. Let me see. Take Profit Trader. Let me see how much is discounted. Cause look, if it's $100, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. But if it's let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Take Profit Trader. Get started now. But look, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do the straight to funding one. Wait, does doesn't Take Profit Trader have straight to funding? Wait. Maybe I was thinking about the wrong firm. Wait. I might be thinking about the wrong prop firm. What's the one that costs $500 and is straight to funding? That's Take Profit Trader. You think of My Funded Futures? No. Am I? My Funded Futures. Oh no. I think I'm trading about. I'm thinking about Tradeify. Tradeify. Yeah, that one. My bad. I got to confuse. Yeah, guys, Tradeify. It's straight to funded, right? So if you buy it, it's whatever money you make going forward, it's your money, but it costs $500 per account. Look at this, guys. I think this is a little bit too much. It's a little bit OD. It's Look at this. I mean, to be fair, it's straight to funded, but God, that's way too much, man. That's way too much. Maybe with a discount, yeah, $360. Not bad, not bad. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, technically speaking, you can make the money back in one trade, but if you lose, you're down quite a bit. You know, I don't like this idea too much. I mean, guys, the whole point of a funded account is for the people that can't afford to go on a live account. You know what I mean? This, you know what I mean? It's not really the best. the best way to go about it. You know what I mean? Remember, guys, funded accounts is just to make trading affordable. It's less risk, more affordability. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't really like the idea of this too much. At least for me. At least for me. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Pornox. I've heard about it a few times. I have to check it out. Pornox is looking expensive now. Let me check out the rules. Let me tell you guys if it's worth trading here. Pornox. Funded program for traders. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Wait, why is the website so like it looks so outdated? Bro, they can I'm sure they can work on a UI here. That makes it look a little bit better here. But yeah, you see, I'm not the only one saying it. Yeah. That looks good. I'm not saying it's bad, but come on. I mean, let's work on a UI here. You know what I mean? If the owners are watching the stream or whatever, like, come on, guys. Anyways, honestly, this looks the same as a Apex account. Yeah, I'm gonna close this. I think I've seen enough. Is it good? Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. But um, what are the benefits behind it? What makes them stand out from? You know what I mean? But no, $15 $15 evals. Okay, okay. Well, maybe that's the thing that makes them stand out a little bit. No, they have 90% off most of the time. But that's yeah, it's pretty much like an Apex clone. You guys already know the deal. Apex always has like 80-90% off. Bro, Vivek, bro, go enjoy your day, bro. Go enjoy your day. Except Apex doesn't do 80-90%. Bro, we had one like a week ago. We literally had one last week, bro. What are you talking about? Okay, look, I'm pretty sure Apex only does 90% off discounts when someone requests a big payout. So for I'm sure you guys know Patrick, I think it's Patrick Werland, that's his name. What's it called? Anytime people like him request a big payout, obviously Apex has to take money from their own pockets and give it to him. Right? So how do they make that money back? Quick 90% off. All right. Zebi, honestly, bro, okay, look, let me explain to you guys how this business works. All right. I know a lot of you guys, including myself, we don't like the Apex rules. All right. I mean, some of it. It's tradable, but not super in our favor. All right, guys. If a firm has rules that are too good to be true, or it has you questioning how are they making money, then it's too good to be true. Guys, we've all how many times have you guys mentioned a firm to me and I've told you guys I don't like it, and a month later, rug pulled? How many times? It happened to TGR. It happened to Jadon. It happened to Fast Track Trading. I've told you guys while these firms have been live that I'm like, guys, I don't know, these rules, they don't really seem too manageable for a business. What happens 2 days later? Gone. How many times have I told you guys? All right, so guys, if you guys are looking at a prop firm, obviously the rules have to be in favor. You know what I mean? Like a little bit hard to pass because that's how the firm stays up. Pretty much, it's how it stays up and running. All right, because guys, if they make it too easy to pass evals, if they make it too easy to get a payout, obviously they're gonna be giving away more money than what the customers are bringing in. All right, because if they made the rules too easy for the customers to not blow up their accounts and get payouts super easily, guys, they're going to run out of money. All right, you guys got to keep in mind, prop firms make money from you guys failing. All right, that's how it is. All right, let's say okay, look, for example, recently, what's that prop firm? I think it's called Take One. Have you guys heard of that one? Right, they're Take One funding. All right, here's what, or Top One, not Take One, Top One funding. All right, my bad. What ended up happening? Well, guys, Top One funding, they tried standing out by making these rules super easy, right? They're like, guys, we want to be for the people. They always say that. Every firm says, oh, guys, we're a family. Oh, guys, we're a community. Shit like that. All right, but you get the point. All right, anyways, They wanted to be a prop firm that standed out for a lot of people to use, easy payouts, easy everything, right? But the problem is they made it too easy, meaning that they're paying out more money than they're reeling in. All right. So now everyone is mad at this prop firm over the weekend because they're changing the rules behind the payouts, making it harder for everyone to use. And they literally admitted, they're like, guys, yeah, we have to come clean. We made these rules too easy and we're not making money. We're actually losing money from you guys passing too quick. Do you get what I'm saying? So, guys, I know Apex or Top Step rules might suck, but at the end of the day, look at the longevity. Apex and Top Step have been here for years upon years. The firms that are saying, "Oh, guys, we're so good, use us," they haven't even been up for 2 months. You know what I mean? And next month they're probably gonna go down and rug pull you guys. All right, I've seen it happen over 3 times already in the last less than a year, in fact. All right, guys. So please, if it sounds, look, it's a life rule. It goes for anything, not even prop firms. If it's too good to be true, then it probably is. All right, guys. Bro, yeah. Yeah, I like that idea, bro. I like that idea. Hey, Flash, what's currently mentoring some member has or have? Those are the people that I am mentoring one-on-one. So every single day we get on a call, I see where they're struggling, and I pretty much just help them master the strategy and work towards a payout. All right. It's something that you can find on WAP that I offer with the one-on-one mentorship. It's like a mentorship program, but I don't really promote it that much because obviously I'm one person and I already have a lot of people in there. All right. I gotta make it. Oh, bro, with the link, go to the server and just open the link and we'll be there. Blast, is there any big benefits to the bigger accounts on Apex? Not really. Not as much as you seem. Obviously, there's going to be because that's what the price that you're paying for. But honestly, not really. I don't. I would stick to the 50K accounts. Yeah, I would stick to the 50K accounts. They're like the perfect spot. It's like the sweet spot. You know what I mean? But yeah. Um. Yeah, exactly. Energy. Yeah, Top Step has been up for 10 years. Apex has been out for 5 years. All right, and yet you guys are choosing to trade these firms that haven't even been up for, let alone 3 months. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, think long term, guys. Think long term. But, anyways, enter setup. What are you guys talking about? Oh, you guys are probably asking KP. Um, by the way, would you guys want KP to get on? If you guys want to talk charts, I can get KP on. And yeah, I can because me personally, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just here because I'm bored. You know what I mean? I have nothing to do. But yeah, KP, bro, if you want to get on, bro, request. And bro, take the stage, bro. Take the stage. Let me see. I think I accepted it. There you go. What's good, bro? Yo, what's up? What's popping, bro? What's up? What's up? What's going on here, bro? If you want, take the screen share over. But yeah, anyways, guys. Before anything, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get off for a little bit. I'm gonna go eat breakfast and set up all that stuff. Guys, if I see anything, obviously I'll post it up. But honestly, I don't think I'm gonna see anything today. So if you guys want to trade with KP, you guys can stay on. All right. Let's get it, bro. Thanks once again for everything, bro. Like actually, 100%. All right, bro. If anything, send me a message and I'll see you guys later. All right, guys. All right, peace out, guys. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. And YouTube, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream today. I know we didn't catch anything, but honestly, we have better days ahead of us. All right, guys. We have CPI tomorrow. Hopefully that's gonna move the markets and make us some really, really good money. All right, guys. But yeah, I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow on stream at 9:40. If you guys haven't already, use code. Actually, if you guys do want to join the premium, to get access to all of the live trading, you guys know we have multiple members coming up and everything. Guys, you guys can use code challenge for 60% off any premium upgrade. All right, click the first link in the description or click the link right here in the Discord server, right around here, and use code challenge, or code 60 for 60% off any premium upgrade. All right, guys, I'm really hoping to see you guys on the winning side. And if you guys do want to take advantage of the 80% off Apex funded account discount, it is called Blasters, which is on top of the screen up here on the stream. For 80% off any funded account on Apex. All right, guys, that will be the second link in the description. All right, but guys, other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Probably hit the gym, whatever. And if I see anything, I'll let you guys know. All right, guys, I'll let you guys know in Discord, of course. All right, guys. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9:40 a.m. EST. All right, guys. Enjoy your days, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.